guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. CZM Origami here. I know it's been a while since I posted a tutorial, so sorry about that. I was just trying to relax in summer a bit. But today the model that we are going to be folding is the Venus Flytrap by Jeremy Shafer. Now this is a really cool model. It can open and close, and it has some really nice details. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So this model is pretty complex, so I would recommend having some experience. Maybe try folding some of my simpler videos before trying this one, so you could come back here if you want that experience. But if you think that you can do this, then let's get into the video. So we're going to begin white side up, and we are going to fold it horizontally in half. Make sure that your creases are precise, and I would recommend using a pretty large paper, or not pretty large, but bigger than 6-inch copy, maybe at least like 8 inches. Printer paper would probably work fine. Make sure that your creases are precise and crease sharply. Okay, now let's repeat that on the other side. So rotate, fold horizontally in half. Make sure the creases are precise. And crease sharply. Okay, now let's unfold. Now let's fold it horizontally in half, both directions. Okay. As always, crease sharply and unfold. And let's repeat that on the other side. So rotate and fold it horizontally in half. Oops. Okay, now that we finally got that step out of the way, let's unfold, and we're going to fold all of the points to the middle. This is known as a blintz fold. So let's begin with the first corner on the bottom, and fold this point up to the middle point. Okay, crease sharply. Repeat that on this side. This point to this point. Crease sharply. And then this point to this point. Crease sharply. And last one. This point to this point. Okay, and now we have our blintz model, and now we're going to turn it over, and we're going to form a square base out of this newly formed square. So let's orientate it this way, and let's bring the model together. So we're going to fold it along this line like this. If you already know what a square base is and how to fold it, then you could just skip ahead till I'm done with this. But otherwise just follow my lead. So we're just going to pre-crease it on these already existing creases, and we're just going to bring it together just like that. And then we're going to fold back on these two lines. Well, I guess it's just one line if you look at it. And press the model together on the last lines, and it should look like a square base. Okay, now that you have that, just crease sharply, just like this. Okay, and now we are going to form, I think it's called the bird base. So let's fold this line to this crease, just like this. Okay, and we're going to unfold and repeat that on the other 3 flaps. So fold, and unfold, turn over, fold, and unfold. Last one, slide its crease, fold, and unfold. Okay, now let's petal fold the flaps that we just made. So we're going to spread the layer. Just do it by moving your 2 fingers like this to open up the flap, and lift the top flap up just like this. And it can help if you want to fold this. I'll just do it because it's a bit easier for you guys. So you can just fold it between these 2 points. You can refold these if you want, and then just fold it down as far as it goes. And you have this little triangle thing. And then when we unfold it, we could do the same thing. Spread the paper, open the top flap, and lift it up on this crease. So lift it up as far as it goes. And then let's make sure that this crease is flat. So just like that. And then let's flatten out this crease on the existing lines that we have. So just fold this in and keep folding it in. And then let's repeat that on the same side, or the other side. Just like this. And crease sharply. Now we have a petal fold. And then let's fold it back down and repeat that on the other side. Okay, so we already have the crease here, but we could fold it back down because it'll help us more if we reverse the crease that we made. So just like this. Now let's unfold and spread the layers and lift up the top flap. And then make sure that this line lies flat and squash it on the existing lines. Okay, let's do that one more time. So open it up and squash it. Okay, flatten the model, crease sharply, and then fold it back down. Okay, now we're going to rotate it like this. And now we're going to take the top and bottom 2 flaps and pull it out. I'm just going to pull it until this comes out like this. Okay. Now, let's fold on these existing creases. Like that, and like that. And make sure that the inside is also folded. Okay. And now let's, whoops, let me fix this real quick. Okay. And now let's press this in. So let's set the model flat like this. We already have a fun little pyramid. But we have it flat like this, and now let's rabbit ear these models together, the model together. So let's take these 2 points and let's put them together. Naturally, it'll lie on this crease, and it'll go through this point, and it makes a triangle. So let's do that, and let's bring it to one side. Okay, and then let's fold it back to the other just so it's symmetrical. Okay, now let's do that on the other side. So rotate and take the 2 flaps and fold them together. Just like this. Crease sharply here and fold it to one side. Okay, and fold it back to the other just to make it symmetrical. Doesn't matter which side they're on, but yeah. So now that we have this space, what we're gonna do is let's just make sure that the flaps are both on the same side. Let me recreate the fold one more time. Okay. Now let's open up this flap that we just folded. So partially unfold it, don't completely unfold it. And we're gonna reach in here and we're gonna pull this out. It's gonna be like that. Okay. And we're just gonna have it like this, and then let's fold it back. Just like this. Should look like that. Okay, let's repeat it right here. So partially unfold it, reach in, grab it, recreate the fold, and then fold it back. Okay, let's repeat that on the other 2 sides. So reach in. Oh, it isn't coming out as easily. Okay, sometimes you really have to reach in there. Pull out, fold it back. This one, partially unfold, reach in. Okay, pull out and fold back. Okay, sorry about the lighting. I didn't really notice it until now. Hopefully it's okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's fold it back to the right, and we're going to fold this point to this point. Just like that, crease sharply. Let's repeat that down here. And here. Oh, this crease is a bit behind. Let me recreate it. Okay. So it looks like this. Now we're going to valley fold this point to this point, or just recreate this crease basically. It'll look something like this. Okay. And now let's fold this over. And let's repeat the same thing. So, oops, let me recreate this one sec. Okay, so let's fold this point to this point. Just like that. This point to this point. Just like this. And last fold, this point to this point. Okay, and then it was my mistake. We don't fold it to any point, we just recreate this line. So let's do that. Here, let me just make sure that this is right. Okay. Okay, so we have this. Now what we're gonna do is turn over, and we're going to make a lot of diagonal bisecting creases. So the first one is we're going to fold this line to this line through this point. I'm just gonna fold through all layers. So for this one, just make sure that your thing is on the left. These two flaps are on the left side, and turn it over like this because we don't want to be folding through the flaps. Okay, and line to the crease and fold it all the way through all the layers. Just make sure that your flaps aren't on that same side. Okay, I'll recreate this little fold. Okay, and unfold. Do the same thing here, so do this point. Almost there. Okay, now let's unfold, and let's do that on the other side. So first we have to remember to fold the flaps back so that when we fold on the right, or yes, the right side, it won't fold the flaps again. Okay, so now this line to this crease. Oh, was a mistake. Let's try that fold again. Okay, unfold and let's fold this line to this crease. Wait, no, that's not right. This line to this crease. I'm gonna rotate it just because it's easier for me to fold that way. Okay, now let's unfold. Make sure that these little things are also unfolded. You don't want your model to be messed up that way. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put all these folds together that we just made. So let's begin with the left side. Let's fold it on the existing crease. Make sure that your creases are sharp, and then you're just gonna come together just like this. Okay, and it's okay if it's overlapping. It's supposed to overlap, so don't try to like fix it because it's not gonna line up like directly on this point. It's gonna go over. Okay, now let's do the same thing. So bring this together and let's put it underneath the other one. Okay, and then push it together. Here, I'll show that one again because I'm not sure if it was on camera. So bring these two together and squash the rest of it. It should be like this. Okay, it doesn't really matter, just make sure that this gets in because we're gonna be changing these folds in a sec. So it should look like this. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make the eyes, but first we have to make space to see the eyes. So let's just like bring it back as far as it can go. We don't need to actually fold it, let's just press it down a bit just so that it stays out of the way. With foil it'll probably stay out of the way pretty easily, but if you have Kami, you can I guess crease it a bit. It doesn't really matter if you crease it or not, I guess it's just kind of for the look. But okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this. So we're going to reach in, grab this pocket. We're going to fold it against here. Just press it out against here. Make sure that you crease it pretty sharply. Do the same thing here. Okay, and then let's squash it. And if you weren't able to see it on camera, I'll show it again on this side. So crease it against here. Just like that. And crease sharply. Oops. Let me just correct this fold. Okay, should look like this. Hopefully you were able to get that. I guess I could show it one more time if you missed it. So, let's fold it against this crease, just like that. Crease sharply, fold against this crease, and then squash it down. Okay, hopefully that's clear enough. And now let's put the eyes under this pocket. So, just pull this up and put the eyes under. So now the eyes are kind of hidden. Okay, now we can close the model back up, just like this. And let's make some more creases on the existing folds. So, first one, we're going to fold back on this crease, which we've already made. And then let's fold here, and it'll line up with this crease. Let's fold it back once more. And then we're kind of folding it like this. But it won't lie flat because we have this here. So let's quickly do the same thing here. So fold it back on this crease. And fold it back again so that this crease lines up with this crease. And now we're going to fold it back once more. And then we're going to fold it back again, and the whole thing should be able to flatten. Okay. And just like this, the model is going to be a bit thick right now, but hopefully it should look something like this. And you could see the teeth kind of coming along. You could see the eyes. And then, yeah, okay. So now what we are going to do is we're going to form the fangs, or jaws, or whatever you want to call them. So let's begin by making sure that this flap goes underneath if we're going to fold this one first. So then let's do the same thing that we did to make the base. Fold this crease to this crease, like so. Okay, unfold, and let's reverse it, so open up and push it in. Just like that, and fold it back down. Okay, now push this one back down again, just so that we can fold this. Okay. Let's reverse that. This part is thicker, so this is the harder part. Okay, got that down. Now we could fold this back over, I guess. Okay, then one last one. I'll turn it over so that it's on this side. Bring this through, like so, and crease it against the white. Okay. Unfold and reverse it. just make sure that the crease is precise. Okay. And now let's open this up just like this, the first flap, and let's pull it out just like we did to create the base. Okay. Should look like that. And let's flatten. Okay. Now let's do that again. So pull out and flatten. It's okay if it's not completely like symmetrical. It doesn't really matter. I mean, not all Venus Flytrap's teeth are perfect. But let's go to the next one and press it out just like that. And let's flatten it. And make sure that this is pushed back in. Make sure that doesn't get folded over. Now let me just refold that. Sorry about that. Okay. Now let's reverse this. So the jaws are kind of a tricky part. But yeah, let's reverse that just like this. The guidelines are just this point goes to this point. Hopefully you know how to reverse it like that, because it's hard to explain, I guess. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. Last one. Okay, now let's reverse fold all of these. So we already have some of the guidelines here. Some you need to recreate, so just fold this crease to this line. Okay. It's one. This is two. Okay, and then this is three. There are, I think, 6 of these that we have to do. Okay, for this one, we actually have both of the creases, so the middle one's pretty easy. Okay, this is 4. Again, pretty easy with the guidelines that we already have. This is 5. Okay, and this is the last one, 6. Okay. So it should look like this, and it doesn't really matter how they're orientated, I guess. So let's fold these 2 flaps over to make sure that none of the jaws get in the way. Okay, now let's repeat the whole thing on the other side. I'm going to speed up the clip. Okay, so now that I finished reverse folding, hopefully you're done too. If not, you could go ahead and pause the video until you're finished. But otherwise, we have all the reversing done. So now let's just fold. I think they're the leaves. I can't really remember. Okay, so let's just fold this line up to this line. We already have the pre-crease. Okay. Like that. It's okay if this isn't perfect. You can always squash it in if it folds over. Okay. Let's fold it back this way and fold it again. Okay. And turn over and do the same thing. So line to line, fold over, line to line. Okay. Now we have this. Now, when we open it, if we open it enough, oh, one sec. Let me just get the mechanics going. If we open it enough, it actually pops out. And it's a Venus flytrap. So it looks kind of innocent. And then it just opens up. You can eat you. And if you want the jaws to look even more menacing, we can reverse fold them. And then I think here, let's just do a simple reverse fold. I think right about on this line would work. So just like that. I'm gonna do that pretty sharply. And then reverse if you want. I think that's what Jeremy Shafer does. I'm not sure if there's a guideline or not, but yeah. So we'll just squash this. And squash this. And then should be looking like this. Fold it over and move the flap to this side as well, just so that it's symmetrical. Okay. And then if we hold it, he has leaves as well, or I think leaves. I'm not sure if they're leaves or not, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. And once you use it enough, it'll go pretty effortlessly. And then for the jaws, we'll quickly do them. I'll show one. You don't really need to have any guidelines, just to taste, I guess. I think it would be something like that. Then looks like that. And then if we reverse fold all of them, I'll hold up now. I think that it goes all the way through this point. Yeah, that makes more sense. Let's try that again. Let's see. Okay, like that. Then when you open it, looks like that. So I'll repeat that on all of them, and then you could decide if you want to do it or not. Okay, so I finally finished all of the outside reverse folds. So this is what it looks like. When it opens up, it looks like that. So it looks really cool. The jaws look really cool. The outside reverse folds are pretty hard to make. They go through this point and then it's kind of just to taste. But I would say it's worth it. But if you don't want to, it's your choice. It totally looks great either way. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one, and make sure to go subscribe to Jeremy Shafer because he has some awesome models. A lot, actually. Peace.